Have you ever noticed that anytime you try to plug in like a USB accessory on the back of your computer, you just never get it right the first time? Well, let me show you a pro tip so you never mess this up again. Just use USB-C. I'm just messing with you guys. Instead, let's talk about the USB standard and how that can be helpful. So on every single USB device, you'll notice that on the male connection, there is a tongue. You see that little blue part there? This may be a different color, but it's the solid part on the actual USB connector, and it's called the tongue. See, on any device that you plug in, that tongue is always gonna go away from you. So if you're plugging something into like a laptop, that's always gonna go down. If you're plugging into something like the back of your computer, that is always gonna go away from you. And this is the standard on every single motherboard, and it's supposed to be the standard on every single laptop. And if you're ever in like a tricky situation where you just like can't see the cable to figure out which orientation it's at, if you actually feel it, a lot of USB cables will have this trident symbol, and the trident symbol is always gonna come towards you because you'll see that's the opposite location of the tongue. So if you just use that, it's a lot easier. If your USB device doesn't have that little trident symbol, typically that's the same where any type of logo is gonna be placed. So we'll see on this flash drive, the logo is gonna be towards us, and then the tongue is gonna be away from us, and we can plug that into any USB port. And although I know there are some weird exceptions, this is the standard. Which means if you follow this guide and remember tongue away from you, logo towards you, you should never be fiddling around trying to plug in those USB ports on the back of your computer.